One thing that I know puts people in bondage is attaching meaning to what people say. If I say this, they go and say, she said this, and they attach meaning to what is unnecessary. They attach meaning to what they believe, not even what somebody meant. But then it starts, people start to attach that meaning to what people say, and that is the biggest bondage that we have in mind change and in leadership. So it is basically attaching meaning to what people say. That is the biggest bondage that we have.
Hello and welcome yet to another episode. And today, as always, we have another amazing guest, a woman that is extraordinary in the work that she's doing, a mother, a mentor, a coach. She is remarkable. Her name is no other person. When I start with the introduction, actually, you will be amazed at the amount of work that she's doing and the legacy that she is building. Her name is no other person than Dr. Sylvia B. Mwansa. I don't know what I'm pronouncing it. Widely known as Dr. Sunshine.
Mwansa.
Okay. Widely known as Dr. Sunshine. For me, that name is what actually speaks to me more. Dr. Sunshine is a transformational leader, governance professional, mindset transformation expert, and architect behind my process to mindset change program. With more than 30 years of multicultural experience across Africa and the world, Dr. Mwansa has dedicated her life to helping individuals and organizations rewrite their internal narrative so they can rise into purpose and impactful leadership. Outside this, she is a fellow of the Institute of the Directors Zambia, a leadership coach, an arbitrator, author, and the founder of the SBM Training and Consulting Institute, where she equipped leaders, not just leaders, teams, and institutions with practical tools to navigate change, strengthen productivity, and cultivate sustainable leadership cultures. Like I said, as I'm reading, you can tell the amount of work that she's doing. Dr. Mwansa has coached executives, built movements, and led global networks, leaders, her influence taken her international platform, including the Turkey Africa Women Leadership Dialogue, and she contributed to initiative present before African Union parliamentarians on gender responsive policy. Her work has also shaped youth leadership development, impacting thousands through creating the Future conferences, where young leaders are equipped with mindset-centered personal development tools. Beyond leadership and governance, Dr. Mwansa is a cultural innovator and entrepreneur, recognized as the brand owner of the Kenneth Kunda Safari suit, celebrating African identity within executive leadership space. When we say a woman wears different hats, this is a woman I'm talking about. A woman that has different responsibilities, but yet correlated with so much excellence and virtue. Beyond that, her impact has earned her global recognition, including beyond honored as the Global Woman of Distinction by the United Nations Global Women Foundation, among many leaderships and entrepreneurial awards. But behind the heart of everything she does is one mission: to empower the individual, transform the collective, and spark the ripple impact. Dr. Mwansa or Dr. Sunshine, should I call you that? I love the name. It's a privilege to have you with us today. Welcome to the Illuminated Pathway Podcast. Thank you for honoring the invitation.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, you picked even the odd things that were done a long time ago. Yes, that is Sunshine. And I'm so happy and privileged to be here on your show today. So thank you so much for inviting me.
It's an honor. It's truly, truly, truly an honor. I think for me is how the what I enjoy most about you is the vibrancy of what you do. You do it with so much excellence that it makes it beautiful. So today, before we just start, I am just like I love to start with something that is remarkable. I love to start with uh like should I say an icebreaker? And the icebreaker is generally to just say to see, well, would I say just to just level the plane kind of, and what is, so if let's say you were told like there's one thing in the world that you can change and you were given the mantle to do that, what would that be?
Um, First of all, I have to walk the talk. And people see as an example where they say, monkey see, monkey do.
Hmm.
And that is the change that I expect from me, who is leading the change, to behave in a way that people would be running to see this change
Hmm.
that they emit. So change starts with me. And I want to believe that the moment I change me, the world is easy to change, because I'll just be doing the things that are expected, and it just go on like that. And the world just goes to where, the flow goes to where the river is, the way the rivers are shaped, they are flowing.
Hmm.
So I want to be the anchor, and I want to be that human being that says, do this. Meantime, I've experienced it myself. So I want to be the experienced leader that I want to see. I want to be the change that I want to see. That's the one thing that I would like to do. Be the change that I want to see in the world.
Amazing. Many would say, I want to change this, I want to change that. You said something remarkable. You said, I am not, you didn't just give us an analogy of anything. You just started with the change begins with you. And I think
Yes.
when I ask these questions, most of the time it resonates with the passion to which you hold there. And that is the work that you do. And that brings me to what our conversation is going to be built on, because it's remarkable, because you can't you can't inspire a change when it has not really been experienced or lived from your side, or from the individual, because the inner self dictate the outer self, what you actually are on the inside. The Bible says, as you are in your heart, so as a man is thinketh in his heart, so is he. You execute what you are from the inside. So let's start with this, and because you've already encapsulated and started this conversation in a very remarkable way by starting with this. So when they talk about Dr. Mwansa or Dr. Sunshine, many people will know, as they know you as Dr. Sunshine, someone will bring, like, what has started your journey? Could you take us back to the beginning? What shaped your journey and the mindset transformation and leadership that you actually speak of?
Wow. My journey actually into mindset transformation is, I'm a product of lived experience, from a rural upbringing to global leadership spaces.
Mhm.
And I have always believed potential of people. What shaped me most was observing, just a few things. People do not fail because they lack ability.
Hmm.
They struggle because of how they think.
Hmm.
And so, actually, my journey in this transformation, um, into mindset transformation, came from a deep desire to help people see their worth,
Hmm.
and they must act on it, and they must live it daily. And this actually happened. I didn't just start thinking change, for from the beginning, but I started believing in change um, when I was actually elected as a global leader in 2005. In I was elected in Romania, as vice president of the Ladies Circle International, the first woman of color after 70 years of the club's existence. So I was the 46th president, because you take, it's like, many years after they come and take another one. So I was elected in Romania. I became president in Iceland, and I was always observing how other nations do, how other people do things, and how just they get things done. And especially when I actually was in Iceland, where I was inaugurated as a president. We went around the country. They take you to see the attractive places in their country, and they took us to see the scenery in Iceland. By the way, Iceland is beautiful. It's not as cold as you think. Actually, that's where you have got the hot springs and you have the volcanoes. It's hot down there. You can see the mud is like you're cooking in Shima, but it's on the ground where it's boiling. So there we went for 600 kilometers to go and see a waterfall. And when we reached at that waterfall, it was like 3 tables put together, and the water is dropping on top of one another. And then I looked at the falls that we have in our country, in Zambia. We have got 29 falls. And the biggest one, the Mighty Victoria Falls, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. That's when I made a decision that I was going to be talking about our beautiful country, Zambia, because we drove 600 kilometers to go and see water dropping on 3 tables. And it's like, that's the falls you have to drive for. So that's how come I made up my mind I'm going to be showcasing my country because it's beautiful. And also that shaped me to say, you can think, you can change things, you can change the perception of the way people think. And for me, that's the journey of seeing how change can happen. So I started to think what I can do to promote my country. So when I was presiding over my AGM, which was in the Netherlands, with over 1,090 delegates, I engaged my government to say I'm promoting tourism, so we can change something about who we are and about our country. Because then I realized that Africa was deemed as a country with poverty, a disease, witchcraft, and just all the bad things that were there. And what the most thing that was so funny about it is that our strapline then was Zambia, the real Africa. But for us, we thought that Zambia is the real Africa. So when you go and see, these nice things about Africa, but the world out there, it said if you had to go to this one country, Zambia, that's where you can find disease, poverty, witchcraft, and all the bad things. So that's why I said I was going to promote Zambia's tourism. And so when I was, presiding over my year in the Netherlands, I engaged government. They sent me the Maombe dance troupe, our traditional dancers in our country. And they were fronting the parade. We've got what is called the parade, where each country is, parading from where they are. And, we used to start with Austria, Belgium, Cyprus, Denmark. But because now I was from Z and I was the team leader, I even swapped to say, yes, I did. We're going to be starting with Zambia so that my people can be next to me, because they're the ones that have made me come here, and they're the ones who nominated my name. So let's from there. So you can imagine we're in front and we're playing the Maombe dance troupe song, Zambia, and it was just so fantastic. As we went to open the World Cheese Market, I actually opened the World Cheese Market in Alkmaar in 2006, which is a prison for royalty. So for me, that opened the world. That made me believe that mindset change is possible. And for me, that was the burning platform to say change is it. So when I finished my year on the board in Estonia in 2007, when I came back, I actually enrolled into my master's program, the MBA program. And I said I was going to one of my main things was to start change. Why is change so challenging? Why is change so difficult? So I actually used to take extra classes to just know how to manage the mind, how to read the mind, how to make, why do we think like this? When in fact I actually get amazed when I'm thinking about positivities and the great things, then you find small brains, saying, no, we can't do this, we can't do that, we can't. And I said, oh my God, drop the T, because they're able to actually just say, we can do something. So this is how then I did do my MBA, and I specialized in change management. And from that time, I have not looked back. Anyway, to progress, so proof that you can influence the world. This is actually just that you can, influence the world with what and how you think. So I influenced the first world that I brought sunshine to them as the first woman of color coming out of Africa to the first world. And I know this is how I became sunshine, because I brought sunshine to them. In fact, they used to call me the African princess, because obviously I come from a royal family, but that's nothing. But I just said, me where I am, I'm royalty, and I bring you sunshine. Smile, even if it's raining, even if it's and I know where you're seated in Europe there, it's raining, there's cloud, you don't greet, everyone in the train is on their a newspaper or reading something, or now on the phone. Actually, those days when you are in Europe, everyone is on the newspaper reading, and if you want to look, somebody even just take it away. So I said, oh, we can change something, because when you choose to project possibility, hope, and then you take action, things happen. And this is why actually sunshine, this is why I don't even wear black clothes, because when you're in the midst of European people, if you don't smile, they don't even see you. But luckily I used to smile, so at least they could see my teeth. But I made it a point. I made it a point, the colors, and they've stuck with me. Whatever I'm doing is just that particular person that wants to shine, that wants to see that I'm here. Can you see me? Because I can see you. And that has been my journey to personal transformation. Yes.
Wow. Now, when you said you said a lot of things. You said your journey, the transformation began with an intentionality in terms of what you just mentioned. The fact that you were exposed in a surrounding, being a leader for the amazing work that you do, being the president and the first woman of color, you could have stayed in the room and hibernate, but you came there to shine. You came there to showcase not just what was pinned down for you, but decide to showcase the country to which you came from. So that means you went with a mindset, not just with a mindset, but to elevate the nation. And there's something that for me remarkable about this journey is because I always like tying things with the scripture, which is just remarkable with how you beautify something that was seen, because many can be in this same position and think about self. Think about how I can be able to, elevate, if I connect with this one, this is a big room, this is a massive room. I can now build my portfolio, build my life, and stand out and start merging into the culture and being different. Yet, from attire, from the way you came in, you came to showcase who you truly are. And the impact was not based, I love how you were talking about, your impact was not based on, I'm going to be, this is, oh, I'm from Africa. Let me just blend in so that I can fit into this room, because it's not a room that has given me access in terms of color. But you didn't come with the color mindset. You came with a mindset that it doesn't matter the race, the culture. When you come with a mindset, because that's what you started with, mindset would shape the direction of your life. It depends on what you think about. And it just reminds me of one thing, the renewing of your mind, as Romans 12 verse 1, where it says, you cannot do anything without the renewing of your mind, daily adhering, daily transforming, and being positive in all, not just positive, but taking in the things that are true, just, pure, and right. And that's what I love about your work. And, in your opinion, like you said, you did hint about a few things that I want to talk about because there's so much I want to talk about your journey because from your introduction, you are a woman of excellence. One, you're a woman that portrays the culture, even from your attire, from what you're wearing, from the way you appear. It shows that you're proud of who you are, where you come from. Anyone that meets you can tell, okay, yes, I'm a Zambian, which is
Yeah.
just, yes, I'm a Zambian. This is my culture. This is my country. And I love how you portray it so well. What do you think on your own? Like, if, let's say, we often talk about helping people, like you said, rewriting their inner stories. Who do you believe the stories, who do you believe the stories we tell ourselves shape the trajectory of, how do you believe that, these stories, because you talked about something earlier, the inner journey that you mentioned, like inner self. How do you believe that these stories are shaping lives and leadership itself? You did hint on it, but I just wanted you to buttress more on it.
Um, the things that you believe that they are going to shape, it's the things that you actually act on. The people
Mm-hmm.
that, you'll be just there, but people will read you.
Hmm.
Some people need, like for me, even when I'm in the room, I've even said, I'm not going to say anything in this place. I don't want people to know that I'm so and so. I don't want them to know. But, just someone in the room
Mm-hmm.
will say, can we have Sunshine say something because she's good? And then, the whole story starts to unfold. So
Hmm.
people see. So we have to be careful of how we present ourselves wherever we are.
Hmm.
Whether it comes to you writing something out there, don't write things that you are going to regret. You don't owe anyone an apology to just beat your own drum and let
Hmm.
people dance to your tune. But so don't actually put anything negative out there. People remember, people now they document.
Hmm.
People are the moment you want to, maybe something happens, you have reformed and you have changed, and you want to start to stand on a podium and say something, they will pull out the thing that you yourself actually put out. So we have to be careful of the things that we put out if we want to be that perfect leader at your own level. Me, I don't believe leadership is just maybe the boss, the one that is the CEO, or the one that is a PS, or the one that is a general manager, or the what. Everyone is a leader at their own level. Every human being is a leader at their level. So shine at your own level. Don't wait for that title so that you can come and then, oh, now I'm so and so, I lead. For me personally, whatever it is that I've been asked to do, I will do it the best of my ability at my level. And I know sometimes it comes out like maybe you are undermining someone, or maybe something is not happening. So some people, they tend to feel bad that maybe you are undermining their authority. But that's just who I am. I shine at my own level. I don't mind at whatever level. I don't need a position for me to execute something. So I think all of us should be able to manage at our own level. And I think that's the comment that I can make, because people say,
Wow. Wow. And, like every word that comes out of you is actually something that edifies and builds. And, you know, there's something that you said in a statement that whatever has been given to you, you execute it diligently. And the Bible said the gift of a man make them stand before kings. And I love how you just, when I tell people that your life is an outshining of God itself. And to me, all the things that you have said from the beginning to now is showcasing what God truly talks about. Because one, you're not living for yourself. Whatever you're doing is like, how can I change someone's mindset? How can I help them to achieve this change and believe in their worth? How can I, you've not talked about I myself, like, oh, I'm talking about, oh, but you're looking at whatever is happening for the impact of others.
Yeah.
And I must say that your country is truly proud to have you, because you're not one that is just like, oh, I am, but you represent the country very well. And it's just beautiful from all that you said, the things that hinder, because in this life and journey, I might not have traveled or, gone to the same like types of journey for pathway, which I am looking forward to get to someday. It's so, for someone like me, having you even on the podcast is something to learn from, to see that you can embody humility, respect, you can honor yourself in a way where, in no matter the age or level that you get to, you can still be as effective, productive, and outshine and be the best at the level that you are. It's truly remarkable, and I'm so honored, man. I'm so honored to have you. But in terms of like what you just mentioned, many times, like with the journey in life, like what do you think in your own part, like how you've led in communities and been in different rooms all over the world, even in Africa itself, generally, what do you think are, like, maybe name a few of these things that have kept people in bondage, apart from like the spiritual things that they describe Africans, mindset wise, what do you think have kept them in bondage? Especially some rooms that you enter that you have seen people reluctant to change.
Um, I can tell you this, just plainly. I've traveled to over 35 countries. I have impacted people in a lot of spaces. But one thing that I know
Mm-hmm.
um, puts people in bondage is attaching meaning to what people say.
Hmm.
They attach meaning. If I say this, they go and say, oh, because, oh, she said this. And they attach meaning to what is unnecessary. They attach meaning to what they believe, not even what somebody meant. Like for me, the moment I say something, I've said it and I'm off. But then it starts, people start to attach that meaning to what people say. And that is the biggest bondage that we have in mindset change and in leadership. That's why even we don't prepare for succession because of the same issue. We don't prepare for our retirement because of the same issue where people attach. If I go there, they would think I'm taking their position. But who
Hmm.
said? So it is basically attaching meaning to what people say. That is the biggest bondage that we have.
Oh my God. And I think I'm like recalibrated. I just thinking and brooding over what you just said, attaching meaning. Because even personally, I'm looking at it from my own life. Because sometimes you can even, because it all boils down to what you think, your mindset, like you started with, it can be a hindrance to actually pushing you forward. And it's wow, traveled over 35 countries, like you mentioned. You have seen it all. There's nothing someone will bring to you that will be like, I've seen it. There's nothing new here in terms of what the impact of your work has been.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking at it like, for all of you that are listening, I think after this, you would have to go and look for her to be able to be coached and counseled by her to actually renew your mind. Because this is a rich conversation where you can tell the depth of knowledge, experience, and impact that she is making. It's not about just, oh, this, but she doesn't even need to say much. What comes out of her mouth and the things that she is saying can tell you the wealth of knowledge that she carries. And one thing I wanted to talk on is, you have the mindset change process. You developed my process to mindset change program, which helped individuals in general, like to navigate transformation. Like, what has been the core principle behind the framework?
Um, The whole, actually, the whole mindset change, and I also want to add it with the, as a missing piece of the way we think, because mindset change is the foundation of everything. Um, you can have education, you can have your skills, you can have opportunities. Like this is an opportunity to shine. It's an opportunity to change, an opportunity. But without the right mindset, we delay the action that we need to take. We actually doubt ourselves. We resist change, like I said. So mindset is what converts knowledge into the results that we expect. You can have any results, but the result that you obtain today, is it your desired result? Mindset is the bridge between potential and productivity. And these, for me, are some of the areas where, when you want to do certain things, people get just stuck in the barriers that that actually surround themselves. But from my work, the biggest barrier has been the fear of starting before feeling ready. A lot of people want to be, no, I'm not ready. No, I'm not dressed out, to go out. For me, when I come out from my door, in fact, my door, I've got mirrors, that around even the kitchen cupboards. When I'm going out, I'm looking, and it just says, "You're gonna have a sunshine day." Not, no, we are going to meet people, we are going to say this, we're going to, no. And a lot of people, that is the biggest thing, where they just fear of starting, before they are ready. Comfort in excuses instead of responsibility. A lot of people have an excuse, I'll do it tomorrow. Lack of consistency in their action, and also waiting for, a lot of people say, I need some motivation. Waiting for motivation instead of building discipline, and also comparing instead of executing. You say, no, my friend is there. You could have waited when you read about me. You could have waited to say, maybe first let me get to know her, let me get to know this and that. But you just got to get in touch and inbox, and that's the beginning. That's the beginning of everything. So when we are talking about mindset change and the process is very practical and structured. This is why it moves people from awareness to understanding how to think. It brings people to accept that this thing is, and we use the change curve. And a lot of people, when you experience the change curve, a lot of people are stuck at the bottom there, where they have to make a decision. If they don't make a decision, it's either they die of depression, or they make the decision to start accepting what it is, align what you want, and take action of the things that you really want to bring out. So for me, those are the things that really align, because we're not talking theory. For me, it is a lived, repeated system for transformation. It starts from here. When you wake up, it's hindering your progress, and it's just hindering the things that you want to undertake. So it's huge. This is huge, what it is that we have to do. And let's just get on and do it. Take action. Be ready. That's what I can say about that.
Take action. Be ready. Don't wait. You can't do anything if you don't take action. And besides, your mind is the first product to whatever you're doing. The mind is the hindrance whether you take the action. The mind is the hindrance to actually whether you procrastinate. Like she said, I'm just echoing what she just mentioned, because everything that she is saying is something that, you will hear books like Atomic Habits talk about all these things, in terms of, like, it starts with here. It starts with seeing the things that you want to achieve, that nothing is impossible. Nothing absolutely.
And I just want to add this, when people are aware, they are aware about the things that they want to do. And awareness without action creates frustration. That's why we have a lot of people who are frustrated. It's because they are aware of what they want to do, but they're not taking action.
So awareness without action is frustration. I'll just put it that way. Awareness without action is frustration. The reason why I'm saying, like, I'm so particular about the mindset itself, because it's where the body of um creativity comes in. It's where your life resonates from, because as you think, that's the things that you attract, that's the things that you bring closer to you. And I'm so blessed actually to be connected with you, because our works are quite similar, but learning and gaining from the wealth of knowledge from you, from yourself. I myself would want to be trained and mentored under you, to be able to learn, to equip, and to be trained. Because the truth is, in any journey that you're listening to, wherever you're listening to us from, most of the times we enter into places and spaces without understanding what God is actually intending for. Because if you can't submit yourself to training, because as much as you need to renew your mind, you also need to submit yourself into the training process in order to get that mind structured and equipped enough to see the right things that you need and the processes that you need to take. And this is some things that, like that you said, in terms of the framework, there's a curve. And I love all that it embodies, because everything, I remember when Dr. Cynthia was, the first time Dr. Cynthia introduced you, and she was mentioning about, when she came and like she learned under you, all the things that she was talking about. She talked about, okay, before even entering into the program, the 8 Figure Brand, you need to be able to know your mindset needs to be renewed. Oh, you need to go to her program first before coming to this program. It just shapes the direction of telling who what matters first. Mindset renewal first, your mind, equipping yourself and developing yourself in the process of aligning yourself to God's will, having to know your purpose, aligning to the renewal of your mind, and developing to get to where God is taking you. It's amazing. And another thing that, I'm just looking at it, I'm like, can we execute all of the things that you are and you embody today? Because you are amazing in everything that is happening right now. So, okay, let's look at the leadership in times of change right now. Organizations right now, generally today, navigate constant disruptions from the work with leaders, institution. What mindset shift, like you said earlier, can guide teams apart from, because you said one thing that I want to come back to, where you said is putting meaning to what we hear. When someone say this, you put a meaning to it. Let's say in an institution, or someone is listening to us, maybe has like, okay, I understand I need to renew my mind. Oh, I understand that this needs to happen. But what do you think would be the shifts that they intentionally make right now? Let's say that they need to make to actually start building themselves or start elevating, be it teams, coaches, or individuals.
Actually, when leading in times of change, leadership, it has to start from the top. And in fact, after training so many people, we had to create just a half a day, 4 hour opener. We said opener to mindset change. This actually now it sets the tone from the top, because leaders actually want things to happen, but they themselves are not part of it. It's them and us. So that actually creates a lot of distance. So leaders must execute the change by not even attaching meaning. If your staff is not doing what you've told them to do, it means there is a problem. So just tackle that problem. So, but leaders must communicate clearly and constantly, model the behavior they expect, stay calm under pressure, make decisions even in uncertainty, and carry people along, not leave them behind by the things that we have attached meaning to that doesn't even make sense, or that way, where they think that they're the only ones who know this, and they're the only ones who need to do certain things, and they are the only ones who need, where you create a them and us. You create a them and us. It doesn't really, make it happen very, very well. So it's things that we need to manage. It's the things that we need to control, and it's things that each time that we are controlling something, we are able to make sure that everyone is following us and everyone is making things happen at their own level of understanding. And this is what makes the whole difference. It's what makes the whole difference in leading in times of change. Um, the other thing that I wanted to share with you is how mindset and productivity actually align, with the things that we really want to happen. So productivity is also a mindset change outcome. Um, if people think I'll do it later, that's a minus. That's procrastination. It's just as bad as the word procrastination. And a lot of people struggle with I'll do it later because they don't actually know that they are spending time in that place where it is just something. When you do it later, you just find that the day has finished and the day is not even taking you anywhere.
Yeah.
So even the way that our program is managed, we always have this is our daily pages.
Wow.
Where there's I am organized. And like for me today, I'm supposed to do the website, to check what is going on in the website. These are my imperative action steps. Come rain, come sunshine. Like today, joining this interview is my imperative. Calling, taking the forms to the bank, and calling someone, to set the dates for the next training. So it is their imperatives. Then the important things that I need, I ask myself, what are the important things that I've managed for me to actually do? The things that I already know. After I finish my imperative, do I have time to do my important action steps? So you list it there. And who are you going to contact for imperatives, which is normally from your plan A, and important things from your plan B? Who are you going to contact for this and this to be done? If you don't want to forget, there's a small space here where you write, we call it the brain teaser. Because sometimes you go to a meeting, you want to ask something, you come and remember it at night. Oh, I forgot to ask that question. And this actually happens unknowingly, but our program, our tools enable you to actually have a brain teaser there. So you make sure that you do that. And so here, I've even remembered I've wrote response, the Wiggy Ventures. What is this? I would have forgotten, but I wrote it here. And then just doesn't end there. You have to align what time are you going to do your work. What time? From 06. In fact, 06 to 7 is in another color, it's in the sunshine colors. It's your own time. And also from 18 to 21 is my me time for my plan B to do those things that are not interfering with my business. But this 8 to 17, it has to be clearly scheduled. Clearly scheduled. Did you hear that? Yes. Clearly scheduled. So that at the end of the day, you can say here at the end is, what have I accomplished today? What have I accomplished today? And every day I must start with devotion, because I must take away all these shadows of the ghosts that people sometimes place in your face so that you start attaching meaning. So I pray to God that please don't attach meaning to anything that don't make sense to me. And that is what our day should be every day. So don't do, I'll do it later. It is not my responsibility. And a lot of leaders actually come to say, this is not my responsibility, it is somebody's responsibility. But if it is in your space, if it is going to make you not to perform to your expected standard, do it anyway. At least you will come and report that it was done. Not again, it's like when you've taken the minutes, you've had your board meeting, you've taken the minutes, and there are these matters arising. Shine on matters arising. Read. Be ready to go to that meeting. Shine on matters arising. Not when you go to the meeting. Oh, I forgot about it. I'm seeing it. It is going to be done before the next meeting. When is the next meeting? In 3 months. The whole year will finish with you just procrastinating. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. So do it now. But when the mindset shifts, it shifts to ownership. It shifts to discipline. Me, I'm disciplined. You've got no idea the discipline that I have. I'm not even ashamed. I am disciplined. Whether family and home, whether it's with the kids, whether it's with my grandchildren, whether it's I have got discipline and I'm consistent the things that I do. You can imagine even the Tuesday calls that I do. 5 years, still counting. Every Tuesday, I'm on stage. Every Tuesday for 30 minutes. That's what I've chosen. And it was my decision. It's called Free Mentorship Academy, but we have to pay for StreamYard so that we can have recordings. We can go, people, even if they were late, they can just go and click on and they can watch and they can rewatch, they can forward, they can, so much. 5 years. We started in, just when we launched the Mindset Change program, that's when we started even with the mentorship, because there was COVID, we couldn't meet. So we said, what is it that we're going to make people aware that we are here and we're still doing great things? It started during COVID when people could not go out. So we said, how are we going to be engaging with people? And since then, we've been here. And so consistency and discipline is one thing that shows that productivity rises naturally. That is why I'm championing productivity activism even then, because all daily action creates national impact.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Wow. No, you said a lot of things, and I'm just taking notes. And for you, anyone that's listening, I don't think this is an episode that you just listen right now and then go back and say, "Oh, I've listened to the episode with Dr. Sunshine and on the Illuminated Pathway Podcast. It was good. There were so many things that I've learned." But I think coming back to all the nuggets that she's given, it's something that is paramount because you need to be consistent. Like she has said a lot of things in terms of your productivity. Productivity actually is a product of mindset renewal. She mentioned about the things that we speak on in terms of, not spending time in the morning in devotion to clear your mind and not allowing God, telling God to not attach meaning to all the jargons that you hear when you are in the day. All these beautiful nuggets that are going to build you and help you to actually elevate and build. Like, I love that. I don't know how. I think that how to get this your product in terms of productivity is an important tool, because I feel it's a necessity in order to be able to plan the day in a constructive way. Like you said, I even love the part where you have the mindset teasers where you can remember something that you might forget, because it happens. There's sometimes, okay, I'm like, oh, I wish I asked that on the podcast. Oh, I wish I asked this. Oh, this, because it happens naturally. It just comes sometimes. And it's not like you intentionally wanted to put, like, I love what you said. I am very disciplined with my kids, with my grandkids. It shows leadership. It shows, and that's something I'm like, and that's why I say when I grow up, I want to be like you, because someone would say, okay, you're in the United Kingdom, you have work. I work with the kids. I have the kids as well. I have the podcast. I have my own. It's like so many things having to navigate all of them at the same time. And someone would say, where do you even find the time? I create journals like this. I do devotionals that I work on. And someone would say, how do you find the time? Like you said, it's discipline and it's structure, it's planning. It's not easy, especially if you have, like, I'm starting youngly, I'm starting newly, because I'm still in that phase where you have the toddlers running around. But like you said, it's all discipline. It's all, what do you value most? How has your mindset shifted? And I'm so glad that I'm listening, because right now I'm going back to it. Okay, maybe I need to change this. Maybe I'm learning. I don't know, for anyone that is listening right, me, I'm learning. I am learning. This is a learning session for me today. Like, every episode is a learn, but this one especially, I am learning so much. And thank you so, so much, Dr. Sunshine, for this. You're phenomenal in everything that you do. And you'll be hearing from me anyways, because for me, I am always ready to be taught and guided in this journey that I'm starting, because it's the podcast has started, will be 2 years next month. It's not like it's been a long journey or a further long. We're just starting, we're building, we're thriving. Yes, there's been progress, there's been impact that has been made, but I'm grateful for the journey so far and showing up. You've been doing this for 5 years, showing up every Tuesday and being, despite age, you're an inspiration. Like, I'm like, if wow, you have grandkids, you're still impacting, you're still doing exploits.
There's 11 of them.
You have 11 grandkids.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Can you just see the, she could have said, it's time for me to relax. I've done enough. I've done. Yes, she's still showing up and impacting lives. I don't know what your excuse would be as a young person. I don't know what you're saying to
Imagine.
yourself. Like, she is here. She's actually doing it. And anyways, nobody should ever tell me that, oh, yes, rest is important, it's good, but structure it well. Ensure that you're making the impact that you need to make, like she said. And let's say we're going to the part where we're coming to the end of the episode because I feel like we have not really talked on your journey so much. I know that, like, let's say, okay, for someone like a mom, someone like me, we're just starting afresh, it's not been long in this journey, and we're doing the most that we can in terms of like building, being consistent, like you always say. What would be like a mom listening or a woman listening, and it feels like sometimes this can be a lot, how do I navigate this? I'm feeling drowned with all these, like you said, it's all mindset. But what advice would you give that feels that they need to reinvent themselves in this leadership journey? What do you think they need to do in order to be able to, or where do they start from?
It's just like the way we talk to young people, because young people really make their dreams. They start to have their dreams. Um, and one of the things that, starting with the young people before we even come to the festival, of these people is young people must develop self-belief grounded in action.
Mhm.
Self-belief must be grounded in action. There are a lot of, grade A students. Like I've experienced this because of the entrepreneur in residence for the Lancaster University,
Mhm.
where we've got these young people who are A+ students. Then
Mhm.
when they go home, they think that things are just going to be good, and they will be picked. So when they are actually just roaming the streets with their grade one
Mhm.
results,
Mhm.
it becomes very, very sad, where they think now they just go into depression. I thought I was very good. And so we have to be grounded in self-belief, grounded in action,
Mhm.
discipline over motivation, because you're not going to meet people. People are busy. You're not going to have anyone to motivate you. You have to
Mhm.
have self-motivation. You have to also have ethical thinking. If I say, for example, if I'm going to be taking drugs, is that ethical thinking? No. So you have to believe in these things that are going to put you out there. You have to value, creation. You have to value creation mindset that you need to have. And also the consistency that we keep on talking about. And also you must be volunteering, the thing. A lot of people want to be paid upfront before they do something. Sometimes just volunteer, and money will follow because they see that you have done something that normally people would be paying for. So start
Mhm.
with volunteering yourself, and then see where you go. So they must also understand that success is not luck.
Mhm.
Mm, it's not. They say, "Oh no, you're lucky because no, I came from the village. My father said go and study. I studied to this level of doctorate, and it's not honorary. It's studying. In fact, my thesis got the highest marks at our convocation. I got even the Dean's Award. So it is something that really you must show. And it took me. It didn't take me 2, 3 years because I had to go to babysit my grandchildren. You see, I've got 11 of them. So I had to go to Australia twice to take care of my grandchildren. And I would take my laptop, my books, and say, can I, when we finish this, make sure you do this, you do that, because I've got no time to clean dishes because I need to study. So you're cleaning yourself. But I also learned things there. I even learned how to put the plastic in the dustbin. I didn't know because at home I don't do that. But I had to learn because it's a new thing where it has rules. A dustbin in the dust, a plastic bag in the dustbin has got rules so
Mhm.
that you can come and clip it out. Otherwise, all your food and they also just go down with everything. I had to learn. So you have to be prepared to learn, to shift. What am I doing? Am I doing something right? Am I doing it consistently? Am I doing, all those things? So it is, success is not luck. That I'm lucky because no, it is not. It is the action that you take that makes you lucky. I'm lucky because I wake up early, I structure my life, but it's not luck that brings me what I am. No, it is the actions that I take. So when you are a mom and you want to invent yourself, reinvent yourself, start with a decision. What decision are you making today? What decision are you making today? It's not about a big plan. It's not about perfection or perfect conditions. No, just decide today. In fact, today, the people listening to me, start today. Today to make that decision that you want to change. I'm ready to change. Make that decision. I'm ready to change. Then take one small action immediately. And remember, momentum begins with a movement. Be in the movement that I am the go-to person, that I am good at what I do. I am leading from what I have. I am leading. Don't have these emotional, a lot of leaders, the leaders the world needs now. We need leaders who are value-driven, action-oriented, emotionally aligned, accountable, focused on impact, not position that you hold. Leaders who do not just speak, but demonstrate through consistent action that they make on a daily basis. Then you know that you are good to go and you are best at what you do. And what every truth that everyone must understand is mindset change is possible, but it is not automatic. It requires awareness, decisions, discipline, consistency that we put ourselves out there. And when you commit to it fully, your life will reflect it. Your life will reflect it. So this alignment has to be, rounded around the wheel of life. Everything that we do, even our program, is around the wheel of life. What do you do around the wheel of life in the 24 hours that is allocated to you? Everyone has got 24 hours where we have to do family and home, mental and education, financial and career, physical and health. When you are not physically fit, you cannot be prosperous and you cannot do anything. And, spiritually aligned with ethical behavior, social and cultural. The social part are our networks. The cultural part are our values. So this today is because of the social part, the networks that brings you to where you are and what brings to the things that you have. And maybe I can just say this because I know time is finished, that there is enough for everyone, but only those who act with the correct mindset will experience the change that they want.
Oh my God. Oh wow. There's so much that you've mentioned, and this is such a rich episode. And one thing I'm going to take, and I know many of you that are listening to this, that are listening right now, would say, she has given us a blueprint in order to be able to work by, and the last statement that she made, you know, opportunities is for everyone, but the ones that receive it are the ones that take action. You can't go any further without taking actions. And you gave an analogy earlier where you spoke on something that I find very, very beautiful, which was the issue of having to, children or young people having to have the good grades because they were not grounded in mindset, identity, and like their life in general, their mindset. They tend to go back frustrated because they don't know, they don't have the basis of what they are, what life could bring, and they don't take actions, which you just mentioned. Action, they didn't take action. They thought all has to be jolly because they had the good grades. And you mentioned about the mother that wants to reinvent themselves. It's important that the mother also understands that you can, and you said something, you start now. You don't just listen to this episode and say, oh, I've listened to it. It was such a powerful episode. Oh, there were so many things that Dr. Sunshine shared. Oh, there were so many things that it was beautiful. But I'm so grateful. I'm so elated that you took out time to actually come today and bless us with such value. Not just value, these are timely and transformational nuggets that are going to transform lives. And to anyone that is listening, you know yourself that this is not just a part where she speaks on things, but it's a life that you need to embody. And seeing her as an example, despite age, she's here shining as bright as the sunshine that she is. Beautiful as ever. And I'm like, no, there's so much that I need to do. I've not gotten half, and I know it's like I'll be one of her grandkids if I have to say that, because she is doing great things, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that you came. I'm so grateful to Dr. Cynthia for actually connecting us and for actually meeting you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And one last thing, just if you have a word of prayer for someone listening, or just the end and conclude, and where they can find you, because everything here, they need to find you. If you know what I would say, if you're like me right now, you need you just I don't think you just need, I'll just say this, she is someone that you need to connect with. There's someone that you need to tap from the wisdom that God has granted her, the wisdom that she has, the experience. It's something that you cannot just, these are legacies that people that you will need to connect with in order to be able to navigate and to guide you. So just one last word. I know time is up and you're busy as well. So just one last word of encouragement or prayer to everyone. And where they
Yeah,
can find you.
that's good. Yes, this is really amazing. To be here. Actually, I am in class right now. Um,
Wow. Wow. Oh my God. And you like, oh, thank you. Thank this. Just see
so
that.
this is where to find me. This is where I spend most of the time. So I didn't want to interfere with your podcast, so I came and sat here because leadership is you respecting people's spaces so that they can shine, and you shine double because they talk about you, but you don't go and rule and make the place look like it's yours. I'm a guest, so I chose a quiet space for me to speak to you, so you can actually shine in your space. And I just love what you're doing. So, in fact, the people that around the world, I can come to you anytime, because we also have proven that this mindset shift is tough. So you can, organize teams. I can already bring my materials because I need to see you writing and rapping and making sure that you understand. Because we also did a training research where 85% of online things is got 85% failure of online training. But those ones that are like us, like for me, I can learn because I have got the discipline. So if you've got the discipline, you can, buy the materials. Then we can be training. We need how many hours? We need eight, eight. We need 8 times. We need 48 hours, man hours to complete the course. So we can be doing, maybe today we do 3 hours. Maybe we can do it over 3 weeks, and then you practice by yourself, by you saying what you've done that day. Then we just, on Zoom, we can review. On Zoom, we can review, because 3 months is a 3 months thing for you to actually live the life of your dreams. Only 3 months you are living your life of your dreams, because every day it's got a tracker, it's got tools to help you do what you want. It's common sense packaged, where we just say, what is it that you want? We start with creating your name, like sunshine. Sunshine makes me under pressure, because the sun will rise whether I am sleeping, whether I am down, whether I am sick. The sun will shine, doesn't choose. So that puts me under pressure. That's put me under pressure. Yesterday's call, we had the uplifter. Uplifter is the name that we gave because of the character that she has. what she actually influences. She's always uplifting people to see that this is what is happening every day, and she's picking what she can help with. And when she helps one person, she has helped people who have gone to do big institutions. And guess what? She's the board chair for those institutions. What does that mean? She's looked after by just helping people to go and do things. So when you're sunshine to someone, we've got many names, the lighter. And she, why the lighter? Is because she says, when I light somebody's life, my light does not dim. It actually shines brighter because now there are two candles giving you the light. Yeah, in the room when everyone is carrying a light, it's bigger. So this course is just common sense packaged. In fact, we're actually doing something that is so good. I was talking to Cynthia yesterday. I said, I've got a dream, and I've already gotten the concept of the productivity university, where you only need a skill. What skill do you have? You don't need to have a degree. Productivity university with only your skills. So this is what it is. So those people that are willing to play with me, I am available. The rates don't matter. It is me giving you what you want, and I give it to you, and you get it, and you develop, and you improve, and you say yes to whatever your dream is. So I urge everyone listening today that just go on and make the decision today. Is enough for everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much once again, Dr. Sunshine. Definitely for me, and for everyone, I will put her LinkedIn description. Her LinkedIn is already on the description. Please, please, please go and connect with her. Connect with her, because you will find most of her resources there on LinkedIn. And don't just connect. I would say act. Like she said, those that take actions are the ones that win. So God bless you so much. Thank you so, so, so much, Dr. Sylvia. I'll take Dr. Sunshine. Keep illuminating and brightening every room that you enter, just as you've brightened us here on the Illuminated Pathway Podcast. We appreciate you and truly, 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 truly say thank you. Thank you. We love you. God bless you always. Till we meet again. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, I've got 2 episodes. This is 8 minutes remaining.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
One, two.
Yes. So
thank you.
Thank you for joining us once again. I know you've been blessed by that episode, which was a wonderful one. Thank you so much. But as part of we're still celebrating 2 years, and we can't thank God enough for our guests, our wonderful guests that have been on the platform, that has supported us and trusted us with their stories and coming to share and bless each one of you. And to each one of you that have been liking, sharing, commenting, and encouraging us behind the scenes, we are saying thank you. Thank you for all of these. We do not take each one of you for granted. It's been over 52 episodes, 153 subscribers. That might seem small to someone, but to us, it's massive. It's something. 153 loyal people that are there to actually say, we trust this journey. We know that it's going to go further. Thank you. Thank you for those of you that are yet to subscribe. Please do like, share, and subscribe so that the algorithm can take this message further, because these are impactful people that are coming to share their journeys, share their stories, to bless lives and to be able to elevate others and make the impact that it's supposed to make. So do share that. And as part of our celebration, like we shared on Wednesday, our materials are still going on Seller for free. That is the Intentional and Audacious Woman devotional that is right there. That is the from April to June edition. Don't forget to grab your copy. We also have the Mom's Journal, which is also going all for free on Seller. The description on the links are all in the description box. Please do share with any mom that you know. We love and appreciate you so greatly. Thank you so much for always being part of this community. Thank you for helping us grow. Thank you for being part of this journey. We love and appreciate you. Happy Easter Monday, and see you all on our next episode. Bye for now.